Okay, good morning, everybody. Today's the first of three asynchronous days that we have happening in a row. So for today's kind of class meeting, I've recorded a video. I would like you to try to follow the schedule for today as closely as you can. You definitely will finish some things earlier than the schedule says. Some things might also take you a little bit longer, and I'll try to get you out of here a little bit earlier today, obviously, since it's an async day. If you're in my math class, first thing you want to do to get started is to go to the daily math slide. And when you click on that, it'll take you to Thursday. Your objective today is to solve math expressions using the order of operations, also known as GEMDAS. G stands for groupings, E for exponents, M for multiply, D for divide, A for addition, and S for subtraction. You want to complete these notes, and if you need them, you can click on here. Very important notes, since it's our first day of Unit 6. To fill in those notes, you're going to watch this video on YouTube. Okay, so if I click on that, it looks like the video is 24 minutes. All right, so that's on the longer side. Make sure you don't skip through that. Finally, when you're done, you're going to turn in your notes here. Okay, you're going to take a picture of your notes. This is a new set of notes check-ins just for Unit 6, so find your slide and paste your notes in there. And then finally, there is a assignment, a practice assignment. Actually, let me fix this right now. I put that on the wrong slide. There is a practice problem assignment. So you'll click on this, it'll take you into Google Classroom, and you'll have a nice set of practice problems to complete. All right, and just so you, in case you don't know what that assignment looks like, I'll show you real quick. It's kind of like the pixel art practice that we did a few weeks ago. I think it was a Super Mario Brothers was the answer. Here you're going to follow the order of operations, like 6 minus 1 times 2 would be, 6 minus 1 is 5, times 2 would be 10. And when you put that correct answer in there, it colors in part of the pixel art picture. Okay, so you'll know if you get that right because the picture will change each time you type in your answer. Once you're done with that, you're done with math for today. And you can go ahead and close out the daily math slide. If you're inclined at any point today to do ST math puzzles, please do. And if for some reason you don't have your Unit 6 notes, you can always download them by clicking on this link at the bottom of the page. And I also emailed everybody's parents a copy of the notes yesterday. If you're coming to school to get your notes, just shoot me an email first. I'll run downstairs and meet you down there, or I'll make sure the people in the office have the notes ready to give to you. For language arts, it's a short poetry assessment today. You're going to click on the link to poetry assessment, and you'll sign into Google Classroom, and you'll answer these questions. First one's about a simile, metaphor, hyperbole, personification. Then we've got 2 short poems. Make sure you read them each a few times before you answer any questions. One's called Praying Mantis. The other one's called Praying Mantis. The other one's called Dragonflies. All right, so they're pretty short. Whole quiz has 8 questions on it. Just take your time, read carefully, try to get the best score that you can on that. What's up next is social studies. So if you're moving, quickly, you're going through stuff, going through math, going through the poetry assessment, you're feeling good, you don't need a break, go right into social studies. If you need a break, take your lunchtime. For social studies, we're starting a new unit called Reform Movements. Remember our last unit on Western expansion, we took a quiz or /test last Friday. Now we're starting something about reform movements. We're going to be learning about abolitionists and suffragists. And in this lesson, you're going to listen to something be read aloud to you, a book by Shane Evans called We March. And a girl named Marley Diaz is reading it. I'm not sure who she is, but if you guys know who she is, enjoy. Then we've got a whole bunch of civil rights activists here. And what you're going to do is you're going to pick one. So you might want to preview a few of them by clicking on their names. Okay, seeing what they're all about. But you're going to pick one to read about. Okay, and you're going to read, each one has like a 2-pager or a 1.5-pager. And at the end of the reading, there's 3 questions for each person, 3 questions. We want you to answer those 3 questions on slide 4. And then the next time we get together, I'm going to ask you to tell me which person you researched and the answers to your 3 questions about them. You can put your answers to the 3 questions in complete sentences right on these little Post-it notes here. And you can tell me who you learned about by typing their name here. All right. Good luck with that assignment for social studies. Should take about 25-30 minutes. After you're done with social studies, I would like you to take some time to check your email and read through the yearbook email directions that I sent to you. Okay, the directions are actually in the same email as this video, if that's how you accessed this video. You have until March 22nd, which is a couple weeks, about a week and a half actually, to fulfill all of those directions. All right, so please use class meeting time today, about 35 to 40 minutes, to either do the student directions or talk to your parents and take care of the parent directions, or if you're really efficient, both. All right, and that way next time I bring up the yearbook stuff with you guys, you can give me a thumbs up or thumbs down if you did your part. If you've already completed that, way to go. I'm proud of you for showing initiative, and you get a little bit of extra time today for yourself because that's what I have on the agenda for our class meeting. It is Thursday, week 2 of the IRIS word study. So if you haven't done your sentence practice, please click on word study, open up the word study schedule, find the sentence practice for Thursday 3/11, and make sure you complete it because tomorrow you will take the word study quiz. Make sure you're ready for that. Last but definitely not least is ST Math March Madness Round 2. All right, right now I'm recording this video on Wednesday afternoon. All right, let's see where we're at. Our class average on Wednesday afternoon right now, it's got to be over 90. Yep, it's exactly at 90, okay? So we're averaging 60 minutes per student, 90 puzzles for our whole class. Remember last week we averaged 87 minutes per student, finished up the week at 106 puzzles per person. We got to beat that. The lady who we're going up against, her kids are in school, right? So they're just in the classroom. I walk by there, they're all working on puzzles. We got to do it that way even though we're at home. So please maybe set your timer, right, on your watch, on your Fitbit, set it on your computer, set it on the microwave, whatever you use for a timer. Set it for 25, 30 minutes. Punch out some puzzles today, punch out some puzzles tomorrow, and I guarantee we'll be in a good place when we find out the March Madness standings next week. All right, so those are the directions for Asynchronous Day today, Thursday, March 11th. I'll have another video ready for you guys to tell you what to do on Friday. If for some reason any of these links aren't working for you, shoot me an email. I'll be at work. I'll be checking my computer probably every 10 or 15 minutes while I'm working in the classroom. Hope you guys have a great day, and hope you learn a lot and you get a lot of puzzles done. Take care.